From emotes that may be banned from returning to emotes that haven't been seen in over 2,000 days, today we're looking at the 50 rarest emotes in Fortnite, starting with Laugh It Up. When this emote first dropped in Season 4, nobody really thought much of it, but as time went on, it became one of the most toxic emotes in the game. Players started using it to taunt their opponents, and before long, it was the go-to emote for trolling. Because of this, Fortnite added Laugh It Up to the banned confrontational emote setting, allowing players to disable seeing this emote. And since this feature was added, this emote hasn't come back. It's now been over 1,000 days since it was last seen, and who knows if Laugh It Up will ever return. Another emote players use to be toxic is one you'd never expect, Good Guy. This emote was a crossover with Free Guy, and this could be used to be positive.
Don't have a good day, have a great day.
Or it could be the ultimate troll.
Don't have a good day.
Sadly, this emote was only available through challenges, and although Dude has come back a few times since, Good Guy has never been in the shop. It's not the only rare emote you could unlock through challenges, because to unlock Jedi training, you had to complete Star Wars challenges back in 2019. Considering Jedi training hasn't been obtainable in over 5 years, a lot of players missed out on this one. Another emote you may have missed out on is Verve. This emote could only be obtained by logging in between July 27th and July 29th, 2020, so if you took just 3 days off of Fortnite, you would have missed out on unlocking it. A lot of players didn't even know this emote existed, and another emote you've probably never seen is Stake Your Claim, but for a different reason. Unlike most rare emotes that are locked behind time, this one is locked behind skill. Stake Your Claim is one of the rarest emotes to witness, because it only works after a victory royale. Even though it was an item shop emote, the only way you'd see it is if you're spectating a winner who owned it and they actually used it, which is pretty uncommon. Fortnite loves to experiment with new emotes, and another case of this is members only. This emote was given to players who were subscribed to Fortnite Crew between January 14th and February 15th, 2021. And although any player can join in on this emote, when used with another player who owns members only, it finishes off with a golden heart. It's not the only time Fortnite has showed appreciation to its most loyal fans, because Take the Cake was given away for free. To unlock this emote, you had to complete challenges to celebrate Fortnite's 3rd birthday, and because it was exclusive to Fortnite's 3rd anniversary, it's likely gone forever. Another emote that may be gone forever is Teth's Throne. This was the emote for Black Adam, and players have been patiently waiting for this set to return, but when Fortnite brought back all of its DC crossovers, this one was still nowhere to be found. Some have speculated it may never come back, because The Rock is no longer playing Black Adam in the DC universe, but only time will tell if this collab can return. But a collab you may not have known about is Pac-Man and Galaxian. Yeah, this crossover kind of went under the radar, but the Pac-Brained and Galaxian emotes are collabs with some of the most iconic retro games. Sadly, these items have each been gone for over 750 days, and who knows when they'll be back. Another Gaming Legends emote that is getting rare is Distraction Dance. This emote was a collab with Among Us, but both the crewmate backbling and the Distraction Dance have been gone for over 1,000 days, making it one of Fortnite's rarest collabs. But a Gaming Legends crossover players are hoping will return soon is Assassin's Creed. When Fortnite collaborated with Assassin's Creed, on top of bringing awesome outfits, it also brought 2 emotes, Viking Warcry and Assassin's Strike, and over the years these have become some of the rarest emotes, each being gone for over 670 days. It's not just video games though, as we've also gotten rare emotes from the anime crossovers, like the Titan Run emotes. These items came in a crossover with Attack on Titan, and although we know Eren Yeager can't come back because he was a part of the Battle Pass, these were item shop emotes for Mikasa Ackerman and Captain Levi. No one really knows why this collab never returned, but it's been over 698 days since its last appearance. Attack on Titan isn't the only anime crossover that's getting rare, because next we have the Naruto emotes. Striking Shadow Snakes, Rasen Shuriken, Ramen Break, and Summoning Jutsu have all been gone for over 858 days. Naruto is one of the most popular crossovers, so hopefully we could see these rare items make a comeback soon. But an emote that's probably not making a comeback anytime soon is Keep It Mellow. This is one of the rarest free emotes in the game, as it was a challenge reward to celebrate the Marshmello concert back in Chapter 1, which was over 6 years ago. Who knows, maybe it could make a return if Fortnite brings back the Marshmello event for Fortnite OG, but unless that happens, it'll remain one of the rarest icon emotes. The Icon series is known for having some of the rarest emotes in the game, and Bruno Mars emotes are no exception. Freedom Wheels and Leave the Door Open are getting super rare, and although Bruno Mars returned last chapter, these emotes still have been gone for over 900 days. Another emote we thought would finally return but didn't is Tidy. Inspired by the dance from Snoop Dogg's Drop It Like It's Hot music video, this emote was gone for over 1,455 days, until it was accidentally brought back in the Vaulted for a Year or More section, but just 1 hour later, it was mysteriously removed. Then, when Fortnite announced its Snoop Dogg collab for Fortnite Remix, fans were sure it was the perfect time to bring Tidy back. Sadly, it never returned, even after being teased multiple times, once as the emote in the Double G Bomb and again in the Doghouse Slay emote. Who knows if Tidy will ever return, but Rambunctious had a similar fate. Believe it or not, this emote came back the day after, but just like Tidy, it was removed after just 1 hour. Some think it's been gone because it's too similar to a dance from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, and now both emotes haven't been seen in over 835 days. Some other rare emotes from Chapter 1 are Team Tomato and Team Burger. Back in Chapter 1, there was a heated rivalry between Pizza Pit and Durr Burger, which even led to the food fight LTM. So in Season X, Fortnite added a cool way to show your loyalty with these two emotes, but over the years they've become a bit outdated and they haven't been seen in the shop for over 895 days. An emote with a similar animation is Insert Laughter Here. This one is starting to get super rare and has now been gone for over 900 days. If it ever comes back, it might just be the next best replacement for Laugh It Up. You have to wonder, was this emote also removed for being too toxic? But if instead of being toxic you want to be a good sport, Good Game Well Played is the perfect emote, but there's just one problem. Good Game Well Played hasn't been available for over 670 days. This was actually a free emote given away to celebrate Global Accessibility Awareness Day, so maybe it can make a comeback one day. But the next free emote is even more rare because Vibrant Vibin' was only obtainable through Twitch drops from June 5th to June 9th, 2022. Because most players didn't even know this promotion was going on, it's super rare. But the next emote, Sing Along, could only be unlocked during Winterfest in 2020, and it's now been over 1,500 days since it was last available. And it's not the only rare emote we've gotten to celebrate Winterfest, because Around the Clock is an item shop emote for Crackshot, but for whatever reason, Fortnite hasn't brought it back in over 2 years. Because it's just a regular item shop emote, I think it'll probably make a return someday, and hopefully we'll see it come back for Winterfest this year. It's not just Winterfest that's given us rare emotes. Pump It Up hasn't been seen in over 870 days. This is one of the rarest Fortnitemares emotes, but there's no clear reason why it hasn't returned. It's not a crossover and it's not exclusive, so maybe there's hope it could finally come back this fall. Some other emotes players would love to see return for fall are the football emotes, Timeout, Penalty, and It's Good. It's unclear why these emotes haven't returned, especially since the newer NFL skins usually come back multiple times every year. Maybe they'll return for NFL kickoff in September, but for now, they remain some of the rarest emotes, having been gone for over 770 days. It's not just football emotes, there's also rare basketball emotes. Buckets, Dribbling, and Flex on them haven't been seen in the shop in years, but unlike the NFL collab, the NBA skins haven't returned either. Until they do, we may not see these emotes make a comeback. Fortnite has collaborated with a ton of athletes, but one of the rarest is LeBron and his emote, the Silencer. This Icon Series emote is based on LeBron's signature celebration, but sadly, it hasn't been seen in over 700 days, along with the rest of his set. Since it was a shop emote though, there's always a chance it could return someday. It's not the only legendary athlete celebration in Fortnite. In Chapter 2, the game introduced Pele's Air Punch. Pele was one of the best soccer players of all time, so fans of the sport love this emote, but sadly, if you missed out on it, it hasn't returned in over 1,270 days. Bringing it back could be a great way to honor his legacy, and if you own it, consider yourself lucky. It's not quite as rare as It's Complicated though. This emote used to return pretty frequently, but one day it just stopped showing up in the shop rotation. However, unlike other rare emotes, it's not completely unobtainable. Fortnite actually bundled it with Nintendo Switch earbuds, so in this case, it really is complicated. But the next emote isn't just rare, it's super OG, Freestyling. This emote was exclusive to the second Twitch Prime Pack, and because it was last available in Chapter 1 Season 4, it's one of the best ways to flex your OG status in-game. The same could be said for the Season 3 Battle Pass emotes. Season 3's Battle Pass included so many classic emotes like the Robot, Salute, Best Mates, and most notably Take the L. Because they're from the Battle Pass, they'll likely never return, so only OGs can use these emotes. But a crossover many players want to see return and is getting super rare is Street Fighter. Fortnite's Street Fighter collab was a huge hit, with 3 different waves of content bringing fan favorite characters and emotes to the game, but one day they left the shop and never came back. It's now been over 960 days since Street Fighter last appeared, and its emotes are becoming super rare. Another Gaming Legends emote that's becoming super rare is Punching Practice. Punching Practice was a part of the Arcane crossover and could be bought on its own for 200 V-Bucks or in the Arcane Vi bundle for 1,800 V-Bucks. But sadly, it's been over 1,140 days since this collab was last seen. A lot of players are hoping for its return, but with Season 2 being the final season of Arcane, who knows if it ever will. But the next Gaming Legend emote, Freezing Burst, could only be obtained by buying a pickaxe. You could only unlock it by buying the Leviathan Axe for 1,000 V-Bucks or grabbing the Kratos bundle for 2,200 V-Bucks. Players thought this collab would make a return for the Myths Immortal season in Chapter 5, but it never happened and it's been missing for over 1,460 days. So for now, players will just have to keep waiting for Kratos and the Freezing Burst emote to make a return. But the next emotes are from a crossover you may have forgot about, the Matrix. Trinity's Kick and Neo's Bullet Time were available for 300 V-Bucks in the item shop, making them an easy buy, but since they've been gone for over 890 days, a lot of new players missed out. Many forget this collab even happened since it never included any outfits, but over time it's becoming one of Fortnite's rarest crossovers. It's not the only rare movie collab, because next we have I Ain't Afraid. This was the emote from the Ghostbusters crossover, but sadly none of the items from the Ghostbusters set have been available in over 1,205 days, and it's hard to tell when these items could make a comeback. One emote that might be gone for good is Crane Kick. Released as a part of the Cobra Kai crossover, this emote, along with the rest of the set, has been missing from the shop for over 923 days. With the Netflix series wrapping up, there's no telling if these items will ever return, making Crane Kick and the other Cobra Kai items increasingly rare. But the next emote, Stuck, was only in the shop for 48 hours and hasn't been seen in over 1,200 days. Some players have speculated the reason why may be that a lot of players misheard the lyrics and thought they were inappropriate, but we've never been given an official reason on why it hasn't been back. Another Icon series collab that's become super rare is Major Lazer and his emotes Laser Blast and Laser Flex. As some of the first ever Icon series items, they're a big part of Fortnite's history, but if you missed out, you might be out of luck. These items haven't been seen in the shop in over 1,375 days. Believe it or not, this set has only appeared 14 times in the shop over its 5.5 years in the game, making these emotes some of the rarest in Fortnite. But one of the rarest Icon series collabs is Travis Scott and his emotes Headbanger and Rage. Introduced in Chapter 2 Season 2 for the Astronomical event, these emotes have slowly become some of the rarest. To get Rage, you had to complete astronomical challenges, whereas Headbanger could be purchased in the item shop for 300 V-Bucks. Players love this collab, but once it left the item shop, it never returned, and it's now been gone for almost 1,800 days. Those emotes could be gone forever, but an emote we know will never return is Out With The Old. This emote was released to celebrate New Year's 2021, but since the year no longer matches up, bringing it back wouldn't make much sense. It's now been over 4 years since it was last available, and with only 4 days in the shop, it's easily one of Fortnite's most forgotten rare emotes. Fortnite has been known to forget about seasonal items, and Zombie Shambles is a prime example. There's no real reason this Fortnitemares emote couldn't return. It's an item shop emote and it's not a collab, so Fortnite doesn't need any special approval to bring it back. It seems like they just straight up forgot about it, and it hasn't been seen in over 1,595 days. But what makes it even more rare is that it was only available for 24 hours, so you didn't have long to pick it up. But the next emote, Hot Marat, could have been picked up in the shop for 0 V-Bucks, but it hasn't been available in over 2,300 days. This was actually Fortnite's first collaboration, and this item was given away in the shop for free to promote Ralph Breaks the Internet, and Ralph even made an appearance at Risky Reels. This crossover was a one-off, and this emote has never returned, but who knows, with Fortnite collaborating with Disney a lot these days, they could always bring it back. Speaking of emotes tied to special events, next we have Raise the Cup. Introduced in Chapter 2 Season 3, this emote was only in the shop for 2 days, and it's been over 1,672 days since it was last seen, making it one of the rarest emotes. Raise the Cup could be unlocked through either the item shop for 200 V-Bucks or by ranking high enough in the Raise the Cup tournament back in 2020. It's a similar situation with Kiss the Cup. This emote was exclusive to the World Cup and is even more rare than Raise the Cup because the World Cup happened in Season 9. Although this item was 200 V-Bucks, it was only in the item shop for 48 hours, so a lot of players missed out on it. It's now been gone for over 2,060 days, making it one of the rarest item shop emotes. But the next season, we saw the addition of Welcome and Go Home. These emotes let players choose a side for or against the 7 and were a steal at only 100 V-Bucks each. But because they were exclusive to the end event, they haven't been seen in over 1,985 days. But our next emote wasn't exclusive to an event, but rather a device, Levitate. This was the built-in emote for the glow skin, and to unlock the glow bundle, you had to play on an eligible Samsung Galaxy device. Glow is one of the most underrated Samsung exclusives, and it's become super rare over the years. It's not the only Samsung exclusive emote though, because next we have Scenario. This was the emote for Iconic, and to get his bundle, you had to get a Samsung S10 during the time of this promotion, which would have cost you somewhere between $750 and $1,500. To this day, none of the Samsung bundles have ever appeared in the item shop, and Scenario is one of the rarest emotes in the game. But next we have the most OG emotes in the game, the Season 2 Battle Pass emotes. While these technically aren't the rarest, they do prove you were playing and bought the Battle Pass in Season 2, and this pass introduced so many iconic emotes like Wave, Ride the Pony, Floss, and the Worm. Because the Battle Pass didn't come back for the return of Season 2 and OG, these emotes are probably gonna stay rare forever. But the rarest emote in the game is Fresh. This was one of the most popular emotes back in Chapter 1, and it used to return all the time, but out of nowhere, it just stopped. Some speculate it was due to its similarity to the Carlton dance, but Epic never brought it back, and it's now been gone for over 2,300 days. If you own this, you're flexing one of the most OG emotes in the game. But that was the 50 rarest emotes in Fortnite, and if you enjoyed this video, you'll probably like the one on screen now, and I'll see you there.